Hey, it's your girl, the Hope Coach Tawana Williams. Good day to all of you. Good day. I am super excited to be here on today. I was blessed to be born without arms and impaired use of my legs due to the drug thalidomide. I've overcome many challenges and adversities throughout my life, but I made it. I'm still here. I'm still standing. And that's why I am unarmed but dangerous and an eagle without wings. And if you're watching live, type hashtag live and where you're tuning in from. If you're tuning in later, type hashtag replay and also where you're tuning in from. Today, I want to share with you the overview of my book, Unarmed But Dangerous. Wow. Unarmed But Dangerous begins at my birth, as I was a victim of brutal medical negligence. I tell my poignant and heroic true life love story of being born without arms, surviving the trauma of gang rape, being raped by my stepfather, abortion, the miraculous birth of my daughter, drug addiction, and marrying my childhood sweetheart Toby on Christmas Day in 1991. Today, I speak to people across the country, encouraging them to look beyond their circumstances and to accept God's gift of freedom without limitations. Part 1, the Presidential Challenge. My book begins by telling my compelling story of how my mom, a young Black woman in 1963, experienced fainting and nausea so severe that her doctor gave her a sample of a drug. She later found out it was thalidomide. Not realizing the side effects of what impact this drug would have on her unborn child, she took the thalidomide. The drug, which decreased her fainting and nausea, would cause damage far beyond her understanding. When I was born, the doctor would not allow my mom to see me. Instead, he instructed the nurse to keep her sedated. For 3 days following my birth, she was not allowed to see me. And once she did, to her horror and disbelief, she saw not only that I did not have arms, but that my legs were also impaired. My life would now take a new challenge, the challenge of rearing a severely physically handicapped Black child in the early 1960s. With the help of my Grandma Rogers, my mom learned how to take care of me and coped as best as she could. After many attempts to receive acceptance and assistance from the Department of Human Services in desperation, my mom sat down and wrote a heartfelt letter to the President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. What happened as a result after that letter amazed my mom. Weeks later, President Kennedy's office wrote her back, instructing her where to go for help for me. They also contacted that same Human Services office that had refused to assist my mom in the first place. Part 2, Identity Crisis. As a result of the president's intervention, at 11 and a half months old, I was taken to Duke Cerebral Palsy Hospital in Durham, North Carolina, to be trained to use my feet as my hands. At the time, no other Black children were there because this was a white institution. While there, I experienced an identity crisis. Since I only mostly saw whites, I began to believe in my young mind that I was white too. This was evident when the hospital staff ordered my first prosthetic arms, white arms, as no blacks, as no black ones were yet available. So I wore them proudly. When the staff ordered my black arms, I refused to wear them because I thought that they didn't look like me. The hospital staff realized that I needed to see my family and requested that they could come, that they come and bring as many family members as they could. That is funny to me. Every time I see that part and read that part, it's funny. After that, I soon wore my black arms, but never really liked them. Part 3, the homecoming. At the age of 4.5 years old, I returned to live with my family in Washington, D.C. for the first time since I was a baby. The children in the neighborhood met and greeted me joyfully. My sisters and my mom had already told them about my physical condition, but they did not prepare them for me. Whoop, whoop. They didn't know. When one of the children confronted me about my missing arms, I returned the taunt and made everyone laugh, including the bully child. My strength and sense of humor would prove to be a gift, since I would soon be tested as I re-entered the world of people with 2 arms. Part 4, the acceptance factor. Because of my physical limitations, I had a great need to be accepted. This need would soon prove to be one of my greatest liabilities. It drove me to seek friendships at any cost. Although I was an outstanding student, my grades soon slipped. In an effort to gain the other students' acceptance. With good grades no longer a barrier, I connected with the drug culture. I smoked marijuana, and before I realized what was happening, I became addicted to crack and cocaine. This began the downward spiral that would last more than 10 years. Part 5, the return to reason. I was now on track for my God-given purpose, letting others know that they have no more excuses for not doing what God told them to do. I say that I'm still in the metamorphosis phase, being changed and renewed daily. Although I'm unarmed, I speak God's love with power and conviction, which helps others know of his forgiveness and redemptive power. I believe everyone is in the midst of the creation process and is like a moth that emerges from its cocoon as a butterfly, changing from glory to glory into God's image. Wow. What an overview. Wasn't that the bomb.com? Whoop, whoop. I'm excited. I'm super excited about life and where I am in my life. So don't forget to purchase your signed copy of Unarmed But Dangerous, the Tawana Williams Story today, exclusively only at tawanawilliams.com. That's TAWANA Williams.com. And you can email me at tawanawilliams.com. And don't forget to check out my upcoming debut movie, Eagle Without Wings, which is based on that book, Unarmed But Dangerous. And oh yes, Les Brown is one of my executive producers and actors. Woo woo! That's my boy. That's my brother. I'm a Les Brown Platinum speaker, so don't forget. And we would love for you to partner with us with Team Eagle to see your name on the credits. Be called as an extra and other perks too. Or you can be a sponsor. You can also make a donation today at eaglewithoutwings.com. I also have a cash app, $Eagle Without Wings. It's going to be powerful. We're super excited. And then you can call me anytime, 252-291-6081. Yes, yes. And don't forget, if you're watching live, type hashtag live and where you're tuning in from. If you're tuning in later, type hashtag replay and also where you're tuning in from. Thank you so much for showing up, because I do know that showing up is half the battle. Whoop, whoop. I'm your girl, the Hope Coach Tawana Williams, and I want you to hold on to these words. Until we meet again, I know that I will, even without arms. God bless you, and we love you. We'll see you soon. Have a great day.